Okay, hello, my name is Tabitha Powell, and I'm a professor of history. And today I'm here to actually discuss with you effective collegiate communication. Let's go ahead and get started. So, the purpose of this presentation is to provide a clear and concise outline for professional communication in a collegiate level classroom environment. We can accomplish this by looking at four steps. One, discussing strategies for implementation of effective communication, discussing challenges that may arise in the classroom, discussing de escalation tools for classroom conflict, and finally, the why, discussing why this is important and how effective communication can support student success. So step one, as we already said, is to discuss three-step strategies for implementation to foster effective communication. And we can do this by using these methods of being concise, being clear, and being courteous. I love alliteration. So first of all, being concise. Make sure you're staying on topic, and not going off on a tangent. Instead, if you stay on topic and stay answering whatever the question is at hand, being concise, then it fosters effective communication. Next, be clear. Make sure you're being clear and intentional in what you are trying to say. You should present your argument and understanding in a clear way that would be easy for both peers and the instructor to understand and also interact with. You want them to be able to respond to what you are saying. I agree or I disagree, and here is why. Finally, be courteous. We have all heard that thing, to get respect, you have to give it, and it occurs even in collegiate classrooms. You need to be consistently respectful to both your peers and the instructor. It's okay to disagree, but it's not okay to be mean about it. Moving on to step two, which says to discuss the challenges that may arise in the classroom environment. There could be a plethora of things that come across. And again, if we go back to step one and just remember to be respectful, then we're probably going to take care of all of these. But there may still be misunderstandings, personal disagreements, and then collegiate disagreements. Let's talk about the difference. So misunderstanding can happen easily when responses are being read through a computer screen. It is hard to hear tone through writing. So it's important to keep that in mind and make sure that you're not applying emotion when you're reading responses. There may also be disagreements on a personal level. Throughout the course, peers need to interact with one another and with the instructor, knowing that everyone's not going to agree on every topic, and that is okay. It's important to not engage in personal matters when we're talking about the tasks at hand. And then finally, there may be disagreements within your collegiate portion of class with assignments or with the way certain people answer different discussion board posts. That is okay. That's how some of the greatest learning comes about, is by questioning one another. But healthy disagreement is welcome. It's important to say, I disagree, and here is why. Not just, I disagree, you're no good, I've got all the answers. I disagree, and here is why. Things still might get heated, they still might erupt, there still might be feeling involved. And so it is important to discuss strategies for de-escalation. Number one, step away. Sometimes it's beneficial just to walk away from the computer, walk away from the assignment, get your thoughts together, and then come back to it. And then respond accordingly. It's important to be clear in what we want to get across during a conflict. To respond accordingly is to be respectful in your response and tone so that the conflict can be resolved quickly and efficiently. And if all else fails, you can always go back to the professor and say, I think that we need to take care of this. So the why are we even talking about this? If we apply effective communication into our classrooms at the collegiate level, then we allow comfortability, encourage student interaction, and we, of utmost importance, allow learning. So by allowing comfortability, students become more comfortable in their classroom to open up. A lot of learning is discussion based. And if you're not comfortable with discussing, then you can't be an effective communicator. Encourage student interaction. Students are encouraged to interact with one another as well as their instructor. And finally, if we do all of these things, then you are going to learn not only from the instructor, not only content based, but you're going to learn from your peers through meaningful conversations. All of that put together is how we can communicate effectively in a collegiate course. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.